So glad to be here.
Before we pulled up this little verse here, I always think about my career and my business career and the businesses that God has given me over the years. And, I even tried to mess them up so many times, but he is the one that, and I feel so humbled, now in my 60s. I just feel so much more humble and realize I'm not so smart. I didn't really make anything happen. I'm not saying I didn't work hard and I didn't try hard, because I did. And, and I tried to do the right thing, and that matters. But you just can't take God out of the equation. As a matter of fact, you can take everything else out of the equation pretty much and just leave God in it, and it's going to end up his way. So what do you got for us?
Well, I can testify to that how long has it been that we've known each other?
Let's see, since 1990, 35 years.
Yeah, probably more than some have been alive here.
Yeah.
Where were we? But, I've seen God at work in your life and my life and just over the years. And it is a great pathway to be on. It is just a pathway to blessing, success, fulfillment. And it's a great thing to walk with the Lord. This is Deuteronomy 8, verse 18. But you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is he who is giving you power to make wealth, that he may confirm his covenant, which he swore to your fathers, as it is this day.
Let me read it in this. Are you still using the New American Standard?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to read it in the NIV. But remember the Lord your God, for it is he who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirms his covenant. And it goes on. But the key there is, to me, it is he who gives you the ability to produce wealth. And, pride is a dangerous thing. Pride is scary. And so many people, chasing money, and, people that have, billions of dollars. I guess most people, when you got that kind of money, they probably think they're kind of special. And I'm getting kind of off on a tangent, but, it's God allowed that. Without God, that wouldn't have happened. I don't care how smart you are, right?
And there are more creative, rich people from the nation that generated from the nation, the history of Israel. And a major part is they're respecting the word of God. And it caused people to value learning, to value understanding and reading and sciences. The rest of the world doesn't even understand science. I know probably in this culture, our undergirding is because we understand the world as being in God's control, in God's laws, in God's rules and rules of nature. And when you begin to understand that, it changes your worldview. And it's been a blessing to mankind that this law was given and that the people learned to be a culture of words. And the Jewish, I mentioned before we prepared, last night I was listening, the name escapes me, but a black thinker who's really Swalwell, and really well respected. And he was asked, why are the Jews hated so much? And you go through the history, if you have a timeline of mankind, you can throw a dart on that timeline, and something was going on in persecuting the Jews throughout the decades, thousands and thousands of years, because people hated the success. They were successful because they were people of the word. And today we become less and less in our culture people of knowledge and science. Amazing as it seems, people don't use logic. People don't, and because as Steve, you were mentioning in 1 Timothy 4, where there's almost this spirit from the very pit of hell, where people are circling around lies and anger and self-defeat, where the word is entirely different. And God enables us through all of these means to be truly successful, to be truly fruitful. If you fly over Israel, you'll see the land that Israel owns is full of greenery. Totally. It used to be a desert when they were sent away because of their sins in 70 AD. It left to rot, but they came back and they filled the whole area with greenery. Now you look at the other nations around them, it's brown, it's dead and dying. And that's part from the very philosophy that they have that isn't the word of God. You don't have the ability to create true wealth until you understand who God is and how he sets the world in order. And I know there's lots of my Jewish family that don't particularly believe in God, but the undergrounding, the foundation to that success is what God gave to the nation of Israel, and it enables them to create things unlike. I mean, we're talking a nation the size of the state of New Jersey. How can they defend themselves? How can they bring richness and wealth where in the same location there's just nothing but brown land? It's because there's a mentality of the Word of God. And it's been a kind of foundational thing throughout the thousands of years of the history of Israel.
Yeah, amazing. And, everyone, the point is, God is the one that gives us the ability to grow wealth. And he chooses, he's sovereign. So, Pastor, as always, we appreciate your input and your knowledge on this. So thanks for being with us.
Thanks. Real wealth is in the word of Jesus. Keep reading it, everybody.